Our brains crave certainty. We're built to predict, to know what's next. So when things get unclear, most of us get anxious. We rush to fix, decide, do something, anything. But learning, creativity, and real change all live in the not knowing. The question isn't how to escape that space. It's how to stay there with skillful, inclusive attention and, crucially, with intention. And that's where we begin. When you're learning something new, stuck in a creativity block, or trying to navigate something uncertain, our intention is often the first thing to go. You want to have it all figured out. You want things to flow, but they're not. You start doubting yourself. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm not creative enough. Maybe I'm not skilled enough. So you start guessing or cobbling something together just to get it done. Maybe you push, force a solution, but you know in your gut it just doesn't fit. Maybe you quit, give up. Or maybe you flail, grasping for something. Anything to make the stuckness and the uncertainty go away. At times like that, you might get overwhelmed, you might feel frustrated or feel unsettled. You lose sight of what matters. You forget what you're actually aiming for, why you were doing it in the first place. What we need in these moments is to clarify our intention. It's how your system, your whole self, knows what to organize around. Without it, your attention doesn't know what to be on the lookout for or where to land. Your muscles don't know what to prepare for. Your thinking gets somewhat scattered. Your effort has no direction. It's kind of like asking a dog to fetch without throwing the stick. Sure, they'll leap and run around, but they won't bring anything back. You see, intention is profoundly clarifying and organizing. You know, I once had a powerful dream. I was free climbing a massive rock face. I reached the final move, but the hold was too far away to reach. I had to jump for it. If I missed, I'd fall to my death. If I made it, I'd summit. Now, there were risks all along. I mean, free climbing is pretty risky business. But here, for the first time throughout the climb, anxiety started to build. My heart starts pounding, my mouth goes dry, and I started having a hard time breathing. I was freezing up. Here I was clinging to this rock face by my toe and fingertips, near exhaustion. The pressure was building. I had to keep moving. Or my muscles would give out. It took all I had not to panic, to calm myself, pause, and cover myself with my awareness. And then it came to me as clear as anything. My intention when I started this climb was not to not fall. My intention was to reach the top with calm, powerful elegance and to have fun doing it with this challenge. And just like that, the fear dropped away. In spite of not knowing the outcome with 100% certainty, everything started to flow again. I wasn't really looking for certainty. What I was looking for was powerful personal potency. I jumped, made the final move, and as I was pulling myself to the summit, the dream ended. Now, I know it was just a dream, but I know those sensations. I've experienced them before and since that dream in sometimes small and sometimes really big ways. That shift from fear to clarity wasn't about knowing the outcome. It was about remembering what my intention was in the first place and how I wanted to be, not what I wanted to be. In real life, it works the same way. Life often tosses us into deep waters, creative blocks, relationship tangles, decisions we should be able to make but can't seem to move through. Sometimes we just drift. And that can be fine if drifting is your intention. There's wisdom to be found there too, but more often than not, we're drifting not by choice, but from confusion. We've lost touch with where we're trying to go, what we're doing, and how we want to be. Clarifying your intention is kind of like setting a course while sailing. Once you know where you're headed, even if the wind isn't in your favor or huge swells keep blocking the view, you have something to organize around. You may have to adjust, tack, guide, pause, but you're not flailing anymore. There isn't confusion. There is clarity. You're in relationship with your direction. You're navigating life's deep waters. Now, some people think I'm just talking about setting goals. Let's clear that up right now. The difference between goals and intentions is important. Goals are about what you want to achieve. Intentions are about how you want to achieve them. Goals are future and outcome-oriented. Intentions are present and process-oriented. It's the difference between, I have to finish this article for my newsletter, versus, oh yeah, I'm writing to help others on their life path with care, clarity, and authenticity. Or, okay, I want to plan the perfect vacation. Versus, okay, I want to feel rested, nourished, and unrushed. Like, let's say you're planning a trip. You're overwhelmed with all of the choices, maybe feeling a little stuck or indecisive. And then you pause and you remember, you sense it in yourself, right? My intention is to have a lot of rest, eat really well, unplug, slow down, and reconnect with nature. Suddenly, the choices get simpler. You know where and what to book, what to skip. Clarity doesn't come from rushing or doing more. It comes from reconnecting with yourself and what matters to you. Real intention isn't about efforting to achieve some future outcome. It's about alignment and begins with the here and now, you as you are. Intention isn't a task to take off your to-do list. It's a way of being in contact with yourself, your life as it is, with clarity about how you want to get to where you want to go, even in the midst of uncertainty. This is what we practice in Feldenkrais awareness through movement lessons. You learn to pause, to sense what you're actually doing, to notice whether your actions, in fact, match your intention. You're not just moving, you're refining, sensing, enacting, calibrating, experiencing, and connecting. Each repetition, each move brings you closer to yourself if you pay attention skillfully. So the next time you feel stuck or scattered, have some kind of creative block, whether in an awareness through movement lesson or in anything else, don't leap into action. Pause, reconnect with yourself in the here and now, and ask yourself, what is my intention here? What am I organizing for? It won't give you the answer or the certainty you might crave, at least not right away, but that single moment of clarity can be enough to shift your entire experience. To go from struggle to sensing, to go from chaos to coherence. And that, in my humble opinion, is at the heart of learning and creativity. In the next 2 videos, we'll explore 2 more elements of skillful, inclusive attention when feeling stuck, confused, or lost. Number 1, how we orient in space and sensation, in our thinking, and the context we're in. And after that, how we relate to time, especially when we feel pressured or like time is working against us. But neither of those can unfold without intention. It's the starting point. Not just in movement lessons, but in how we meet real life. If this speaks to you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop me a comment, share this with someone who needs it, or just sit with it in your own way. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next. And last but not least, thanks for being here. We'll see you soon.